How's it going, guys? It's Fake Thriller. Today, I'm going to talk about the new patch notes for September 4th, the upcoming patch notes with Armored Kill. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys, this is the first time I'm reading it. I actually just sat down at my computer to make a quick video about the new dog tags and stuff that for premium members, and then I saw on Battlelog that they've posted new patch notes. So I'm going to go over it right now. This is all fresh. I haven't even read the first line, so here we go. The first category is weapons balancing. Reload timer adjustments. A number of weapons have had their reload timers adjusted to better fit their animations and gameplay balance. For most of these weapons, the gameplay timers were slightly out of sync with the actual reload animation, meaning the player could either fire before the animation was done or had to wait longer than the animation played. Primarily, this is a cosmetic change, around 0 0.1 seconds. However, for a few weapons, the M416, the F2000, the FAMAS, the KH2002, MK3A1, Django, MG36, QBU88, SVD, Pecheneg, Scar H, and AN94, this should also improve the performance of the weapon. Full details below. And this is just on Battlelog, guys, so after I'm done talking about this, you can go look at all this yourself. Short and long reload reduced. It lists a bunch of weapons and stuff. So I'm assuming this is all just different, the reload timer adjustments. I'm not going to read what they did to each weapon. But basically, they're just syncing up the reload animation with how long it actually takes in the game for the gun to be considered reloaded. Damage output / range adjustments is the next category. The UMP increased the close range damage of the UMP but reduced its damage over range. The UMP now has a sweet spot in close quarters battles but suffers compared to the PP2000 at long ranges. That's great. The PP2000 has increased the long range damage of the PP2000 to highlight its role as a mid-range, low recoil PDW. The 1911 was adjusted. They increased the minimum damage of the M1911 to make it fit better between the Magnums and the M9 MP443. That's nice. The M93 had its damage and range reduced as it was an obvious go-to pistol compared to the M9 or the MP443. Its recoil has been reduced for a smoother burst action to counter the reduced damage. So I guess they might have said the M93 was a little too OP. No, I never heard anyone say that. That's so weird. Nobody cares about the M93, but they patched it. The frag rounds. These rounds have been adjusted to do their damage in a smaller area, but to be more consistent. This is broken grammar. In a smaller area, but to more consistently apply the maximum possible damage. Sorry, they wrote that funny. The AA gun slightly increased the damage of the AA gun against infantry. The AA was simply over-nerfed in a previous update. The AA guns now also properly do damage against MBTs again. That's main battle tanks for those who are interested. Increased bullet velocity for the coaxial HMG, making it easier to hit targets over long ranges. That's in tanks and stuff like that. Increased the minimum range of the 40mm flechette and tightened the cone of fire for more consistent damage levels. I don't even know what that's talking about, to be honest. Slightly reduced the range bonus added by the heavy barrel on the 5.56mm, 5.45mm, 6.5mm assault rifles. That's really weird that they would categorize the assault rifles by their ammo type. I mean, I like it because it sort of shows how in-depth Battlefield actually goes, but for the purpose of patch notes, nobody knows what the hell they're talking about. So they reduced the range penalty on the suppressor on several different weapons based on ammo type. This is really confusing. Someone's going to have to go through and find out exactly what they did. Slightly reduced the range penalty for the suppressor on the Scar H. Slightly reduce the range bonus added by the heavy barrel. Same thing. Increase the damage on the M5K. That'll be interesting to see. A select set of weapons have had their recoil adjusted based on joint community feedback and statistical analysis to provide greater balance in the weapon choices players make. Specifically, the M16A3 and M4A1 have increased recoil to make them less attractive in all situations. That is a nerf, people. The M16A3 and the M4A1 have been nerfed. Competing weapons like the SG553, the G36C, and the M416 have been improved to also increase viable player choice in primary weapons. So, what did they do? The SG553 horizontal recoil has been reduced. The MG36 vertical recoil has been reduced. The M416 vertical, horizontal, and first shot recoil have been reduced. I'm saying it now, the M416 is going to be beast because they just buffed it and it was already a great weapon. The M16A3, the recoil amounts have been slightly increased. Same with the M4A1. The G36C, the vertical and first shot recoil amounts have been reduced. So they buffed the G36 again. So it's going to be closer to the way it used to be. It's going to be better. The M16A4 and M4, they say these weapons have been adjusted for the increased recoil they now have. The burst versions of these weapons give the player a reduction in horizontal recoil for better control. So the M16A4 and M4, the burst variants of the two OP guns, quote unquote, have been buffed as well. Miscellaneous weapon changes. The Igla and Stinger now lock onto air vehicles at both lower altitudes and longer distances. That's insane. I don't think they should have done that. Added burst fire to the M5K as an available fire mode. Interesting, okay. Increased the bonuses provided by a number of bipods for a list of different weapons. Belt-fed machine guns are now more accurate when standing and firing while aiming. This affects the M240, the M249, the Type 88, the Pecheneg, and the LSAT. The 44 Magnum rate of fire has been reduced, so that is a nerf to the 44 Magnum. The increased the fire rate and reload time of the MP412 Rex to better highlight the improved close quarters battle performance over the 44 Magnum. So they buffed the MP412, they nerfed the 44 Magnum. Removed burst fire from the L85 and added single shot to the L86 as is authentic for these weapons. So they're striving to be more lifelike. Reduced aimed accuracy bonus of the M417 with a suppressor to balance it with the other weapons in the game. Alright, so I guess that they were saying the M417 is a little too OP, depending on your weapon setup. Increase the aim accuracy bonus of the ACWR, L86, LSAT, MP5, and MTAR with a suppressor. Alright, so it looks like they're trying to work the suppressor back into the game. Some more weapon fixes, vehicle-related tweaks. You know what, guys? This is insanity. I can't cover it all in one video. I might be back to talk about the rest. There's just to give you the categories, and I'll put a link in the description so you can go read this yourself. The next category is more weapon fixes. Then following that is vehicle-related tweaks and fixes. Whoa. This is a huge thing I just noticed. Vehicle-related tweaks and fixes. The first one is removed flares from gunner position in helicopters. With the right combination of unlocks, an attack helicopter could be effectively invulnerable to lock-on missiles. Removing the flares from the gunner balances the attack helicopter against ground fire. This is absurd. This is a terrible fix. Choppers are now virtually useless against two people running Stingers. That is insane. Thumbs down. I am not happy about this. More to come on this situation, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and check the link for check the description for the link for the rest of this stuff. All right, peace.